Hello and welcome to another Game Breakers live stream. We are continuing our playthrough of some of the classic stories of Thomas the Tank Engine in Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. Welcome in, Mimi. How are you doing today? We'll get going in a second while I just figure out where everything is. That, and there we go. All right then. So, do let me know if this is a bit too loud, because it's loud in my ears, but it's not loud on the stream. So we can turn that down a little bit like that. That's fine for me. You guys should still hear it at the same volume. We are all good. Right. Just making some lunch. Cool. Cool. I still need to make something to eat. I mean, I have eaten today, but I still need to make something evening meal-wise. But that's fine. That can be done after stream. It's not important. Right. Basically, today we're doing more of the stories. So, last time out, we did some exploring. We did the tutorial, and we did... not that. We did Thomas and Gordon. And what else did we do? We did the Ellsbridge story of Thomas Goes Fishing. So, yeah, we're just going to continue on with some of the stories. We've got these on this side of the map that we can do. But the one that's indicated is the one in Knapford. So, Thomas and Bertie is where we're going to start today. So this is the classic story of Thomas versus Bertie, where they raced each other to the station.
Thomas and Bertie. One morning, Thomas was waiting at a junction when a red bus arrived. Hello.
Unfortunately, you can't drive, Bertie, in Wonders of Sodor.
I'm Bertie.
And looking through the game files, there's also Harold the helicopter. Yeah, you can't fly him either. But a model for it is in the game files, so possible future edition maybe?
I took your passengers and Terence the tractor pulled you out. I've come to help you with your passengers today. Help me, said Thomas. I can go faster than you. You can't, said Bertie.
I think a train can go faster than a bus. I mean, a bus has to stop, doesn't it? But to be fair,
drivers agreed to the race
you know,
ahead.
If a train's on a narrow track,
are you ready?
Yeah, it could slow it down. Right, okay.
Go.
Well, we are actually racing. Right.
Come along.
Go on, move. Thank you.
We're coming along.
Bertie's already ahead of me. What is going on here? That's the advantage that bus will have. But this is the island of Sodor. There's lots of level crossings, so yeah. He's going to have to stop for those as I pass through them. But I do have a stop and wait in like 900 yards, so that's going to slow me down, because of course it is. Something else that I forgot to mention at the start of this stream was something else that we did in the last the last stream, the last episode, and that was the Gordon Knapford to Vickerstown time trial, if you want to call it that everybody who plays this seems to be doing. 17 minutes is the record. We did it in 19, but we failed to stop, so it was a failure. But we'll see if we can break that, but I might do that near the end of this stream, just to see. Bit of a challenge maybe. Right, unlock the doors. Let's load the passengers on. Let me drop all of my stuff off my desk. Let's fix that. Let's sort that out. There we go. We should have more fluid movement now. We do. Good. Right. Passengers, are you in? Yes, you are. Go green. Closed doors. Thank you. Let's go. Next stop, Elsbridge Station. Gonna be honest, I've got no idea where that bus has gone. But if this is a race, I think we're currently losing. But look, it is what it is, all right? It is what it is. Now, the station is 0.9 miles away, so I shouldn't need to stop here. It is telling me to go. So I'm not going to slow down. But there is a bend, so we'll kill the speed a little bit. We don't want to come off the tracks, do we? See, it switched. It switched tracks. What is this? This is Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor, Mystic. It's basically a Thomas the Tank train simulator. It was released a couple of weeks ago. How old am I? Exactly. It's Train Sim, basically. The same people who made the Thomas the Tank DLC for Train Simulator 5, Train Sim World 5, they basically took the DLC and expanded it to a fully fledged game, but also simplified it. So you don't have to do... I mean, it is Train Sim, but it's obviously more simpler. Like, you don't need to know what every single one of these things do. You've just got 2-button control for brakes and movement. And I'm not going to stop. Made it! Just. Yes. Yes, you do slow the train down. What am I doing? Unlock the doors. There you go. So Y unlocks the doors on the left-hand side. U unlocks the doors on the right-hand side. Pressing that same button closes them. You can't see it because of my graphics, but there's a little bar that's increasing in the top left, and when that's full, you close the doors. That's the wrong button. You close the doors.
Please, hurry. We need to get back up to speed if we are going to beat Bertie.
And then W and S are your accelerator and brake. And when you're crossing tracks, don't go too fast because you'll go flying off. There's that bus. It's crossing the bridge. But while that's doing that, don't fall off the track, whatever you do. I am going to go into this camera a moment and zoom over here. I'm nowhere near. I'm actually nowhere near it, but that's fine. We can speed up a bit. Look at this, guys. Not the free cam. That's not the fun bit, right? This is the fun bit. when it arrives. There you go. It's the opening. You get the idea with that. Anyway, because I was messing around in free cam then, I've probably lost a bit of time racing that bus. Anyway, I mean, to be fair, he's not that far away. But I do have a stop and wait, and I need to slow down because otherwise I'm not going to stop. Yeah, I know it's a bus. It's Bertie the bus. I'm racing him. Hi, Boomer. No, nowhere near. Stop. Made it. Oh, unlock the doors would help. I'm about to do Mimi's favourite. Hold on. Anyway, let's not mess around with the expressions for the moment. We have a bus to race. That's the wrong doors. We need to get moving. Oh, please be waiting. Oh, he's not. I thought he was waiting at the crossing. No, he's decided to go a different way. To answer your question, we are going north on the map, only because I know where all the stations are. But I can bring the map up. Well, north-ish. That's the northern part of the map anyway. I don't know. I was in a tunnel. Right, no, I don't know how north we're talking, to be honest. It's a fictional island, supposedly near the Isle of Man. Yeah, and I'm going to miss the station because I was looking at chat. No. Slow down. No. Made it. Open the doors. See, I'm ahead of the bus. It's just arrived. I'm ahead of it. Lock the doors, and we're away. And I think this is the last station. I think. Well, we can't go too fast because we are yards away. But yeah, we will just ignore what's going on that right-hand side. We've got some cows and pigs playing football. We'll just ignore that for now. Well, I slowly roll into the station and win.
We've done it. We beat Bertie. Well done, Thomas, said Bertie. That was fun.
I didn't skip the cutscene there. It sometimes does it itself. So yeah, that's the story of Thomas and Bertie. Percy's Troublesome Day is the next story it's telling us to do. We're going to go main menu. We will do that story, don't worry. Okay, we will do it. It's the next one. But because some people weren't here last week, they need to see the craziness that can happen. So yes, you can wander around in explore mode. You can spawn any train you want of these 6 James's DLC. We're going to spawn Gordon because he's going to go flying. You've got an array of different coaches or trucks or whatever you pick. We're going to go Gordon on his own. Mimi knows what's coming. Mimi knows what's coming here. We stand in the driver's seat. Now, normally in explore mode, you've got to set a path. I'm not going to do that. A and D sets you going forward or in reverse. We're going to go into, obviously, we're going to go forward. And with Wonders of Sodor, if you're going even, 15 mile an hour, you go absolutely flying. I may have hit photo mode too late there. No, I didn't. Let me just figure out where I'm at. There you go. Half of Gordon is over there and half of Gordon is there. Now, at the end of last week's playthrough, I sent Gordon over the wall. There is a clip of that on my Twitch. But if you hit photo mode at the right time, you can... Oh, I did it quite late, but whatever. Oh, you can spawn him in again. You can absolutely spawn him in again. He doesn't disappear from there, though. Want to see if you can launch Gordon further than you did? Let's get a decent view of this. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Let's see if we can get him over the wall. Yes, is the answer. There he is. Let's get rid of that. There you go. Anyway, that is enough of that. Let's get out of... I don't want to take a screenshot. Thank you. I want to get out of photo mode. I want to get into cab view. I want to press E. And I am now on the road. Trains fly in this game. Anyway, that is explore mode. You can have a bit of fun with it. Anyway, you can also take, your own journeys in timetables. We're going to continue with the stories. We've got loads of them to do. Percy's Troublesome Day.
Percy's troublesome
Oh, look,
day.
Gordon's recovered. Didn't take him long, did it?
Percy had a busy day ahead and was trying his best not to be late. Mustn't be late today, he said to himself. Sir Topham Hatt is relying on me. Come on, Percy, said his fireman. Off we go.
Okay. Let's set us into forward. Let's get out of that camera because it's awful. I mean, it's not, but this one is better. That's going to fail me, isn't it? No? Okay, the signal was down. That's fine. Yeah, if this was a full train sim, you'd have to do all the signals as well yourself, which you can do. There's manual points where you can... there's manual points where you can change them, or you can just set a path and the signal boxes do the job for you. But yeah, as I said earlier, it's a simplified version of Train Sim World. Puppet Streamers 7955, welcome in, watching on YouTube. Hope you're doing good today. And yes, Boomer, simulator, but probably very, very simplified. Like, you don't need to know what every single one of these dials do, nor do you need to control them. But you get to drive Thomas trains around. So, because Dovetail, who made this, made the Train Sim World DLC that featured Thomas. But yes, gonna be honest, no idea where I'm going. Oh, the station's there. Better slow down. I mean, I'm not timed, so I can take this real easy. There we go. Unlock the doors. That's the wrong side. There we go. Oh, hold on a second, guys. While that's loading up. What was I doing? Yes. That and that. Right. There we go. Whistle's gone. Let's go. Time that well. Oh, look. Thomas is coming down the line. If I whistle... Oh, well done. Oh, there you go. You might have heard it. He did whistle back, but you have to time it right when you're passing another train on the line. If you whistle, they sometimes whistle back. But if you get, you know, you get it wrong, they don't. Sometimes they just ignore you. They're like, "No, sod you. No." But what's funny is when you have them all lined up next to each other in the sheds. You get in one of them, you hit the whistle, and they all just start whistling to each other. It just doesn't stop. He's got three. Normally has two if they're red. But no, he's got three. It's the wrong view. There you go. Clearer look. Let's avoid that tree. No, everybody has a different sounding whistle. So you might have heard Thomas's whistle when I passed that train. And very occasionally, and I have noticed this, that the whistles kind of like misfire, if you want to call it that. That's probably the wrong word, but they just don't sound right at all. Right, where are we now? Elsbridge. Stop, Percy. Stop. Stop. It's got good brakes, Percy has.
Percy arrived at Elsbridge Station and collected his passengers, but he had to wait for Bertie the bus.
He's so slow, Bertie.
Where is Bertie? Said Percy impatiently. He's going to make me late. Just then, he heard a voice calling out. Wait! Wait!
I know what it is. He's knackered from racing Thomas. That's what it is. That's why he's late. That's what his excuse will be.
Where have you been? Asked Percy. I've been waiting ages for you. I thought you were supposed to be the fastest bus on Sodor.
He's been racing Thomas.
Some road repairs were being done, and I had to...
Oh, here we go. Road repair excuses. Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to be late, Percy huffed. As soon as...
Just put 100 dice through your letterbox, and I was just keen to know what the total score is that I've rolled.
Cheers, Retro. I'll pick them up and I'll let you know after stream what you've scored. Right, away we go. Now that a bus has made us late. Cheers, Bertie. Stupid bus.
But then there was trouble. As Percy rounded the bend, he saw that some cows were blocking the line.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to make Percy even later. trying to give you a view of them, but anyway.
Oh, no, moaned Percy. Now I'm sure to be late. Please move out of the way, you silly cows.
No, they're definitely cows.
It looks like we'll have to go and move the cows ourselves, said his fireman.
Oh, climb down from the cab. Oh, okay. Let's stop that then. Let's get out. Step down. Approach the cows and herd them away from the tracks. Oh, God. Here we go. It's Farming Simulator. See? What did I say? It's a simulator game. Move.
At last, the cows had been moved, and Percy could continue on his way. Hooray, peeped Percy. We can go now.
I want to drive a train. I don't want to do farming. Hey, welcome in, Dark Lord. How you doing? Exactly, Retro. Exactly. Yes, that is the windmill from the opening titles again. But it doesn't work when, you know, Percy passes it because it was Thomas that passed it in the intro. Anyway, next station is Maithway. No worries, Dark Lord. I appreciate the lurk. That was a really bad camera view, but we managed to stop. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. What am I doing? I'm doing that, and that. Oh, now it's stuck. Why is it stuck? Why is the camera stuck? Hey? Oh, there we go. Doors are closed. It's because this building's in the way. There we go. And the tree. Anyway. We're on the move again.
I like trains.
And we're going through the tunnel. there's not a lot I can do about tunnels. It will just automatically change to this view. Well, yeah, that happens, Retro, but also if you crash on a story mission, you just have to restart. And to be fair, the only way that you are crashing is if you derail, and that would be going too fast at certain parts of the track, such as where it narrows or where you go from one line to another. Oh, Panda's got ads. Geico. Right, okay. See, so like where that track split from one to another, if the points were wrong or I was going too fast and I wanted the other line, yeah, it would, send me off track. But I think in the story, everything is set. Like the paths are already set, so you can't actually fail. No worries, Mystic. Appreciate the lurk. Welcome in, Shy. How are you doing today? I'm just driving Percy the train. And I'm doing good, thanks. As we take Percy down Thomas's branch line to Farquhar. I wonder if those cows and pigs are still playing football. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're still playing their game. Anyway, we're approaching the station now. Made it.
Percy soon arrived at Farquhar Station. He saw that the station master was waiting for him. "I'm sorry we're late," said Percy. "There were cows on the line, and Bertie was late, and—" "It's all right, Percy," smiled the station master. "It looks like you're having one of those days. Anyway, you're only a few minutes late, and the delays weren't your fault, so we'll say no more about it. Now, I've had a phone call from Sir Topham Hatt, and he wants you to collect some trucks from the quarry."
Oh.
"Okay," puffed Percy. "We'll go right away. I just need to leave my coaches in the siding first."
Oh, have we got to do shunting? Oh, no, we don't. That's the story over. So we don't have to drive up to the quarry and we don't have to shunt the coaches either. That is that part of the story done. Part 2 will be probably already at the quarry. Let's play it. Let's give it a go. It is already at the quarry.
Percy's troublesome day.
Oh, hold on a minute, guys. 1 second. There we go. So I'm going to be honest, I've not really been around the quarry area.
Look who's here.
On a train, I've walked around it looking for the collectibles, but I haven't really drove a train
Please,
around
be
it.
quiet, Percy said sternly.
I don't have time for your tricks today. We'll show him
can we,
some tricks.
Can we mess around? Oh no, we can't. We can only do the character expression for Percy. We can't do it for the trucks. That's a shame. Yes, I'm in free cam. Thank you. Percy is cross. Percy is dizzy. Percy is sad. Percy is happy. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's see what we need to do here. So, couple to formation. Right. You're about to see what happens if you go way too fast into a truck. If I can get up to speed. Doesn't seem particularly fast, does it? 12 mile an hour, 15 mile an hour. Doesn't seem fast. Oh, yeah. Normally you'd go flying. I think because I'm in story mode, it's not allowing me to go flying. But normally, 15 mile an hour would send you probably over those rocks and into the bushes. Yeah, you can't do it for Bertie either. No. Shame that. Right, while Percy's just reversing there, there's one of the collectibles, the books. I'm going to have to just flick out of that view because I'm not going to be able to stop. I've missed it. Hello? Percy, stop. Stop. I still completed the objective. We're all good. But yeah, those book collectibles are one of 4 different types. There's 20 of each type. And to get them all, I don't know what happens if you get them all. But the books are probably... Well, they're not... All of them aren't difficult to find. The whistles are probably the hardest because they're the smallest and therefore the hardest to see. The books are just in awkward places. Everything else is fine. Right, Percy's uncoupled. Let's take him backwards into the siding. Welcome in, Phoebes. Hope you're doing good. Perfect stop. And now I need to go back up to there, so it's... Change over to A. I'm now on the other line. Let's go through the coal chute. Slow down. And stop at the marker. Which I'm going to miss again. But it doesn't matter too much. There you can see, just about in the bottom left corner of your screen, that's one of the books. They all look different, the book covers. They're based on the original books. Where am I going now? Over there, so I need to reverse. And then couple up to these trucks. I'm not going to go very quickly into them. The slower the better, but I've got a awkward camera. But it's fine. We can deal with it. There we go. We've coupled up. Hi, Fids. Yeah, people have been trying to break the speed limit. The fastest I've got is to like 102 mile an hour with Gordon. I have seen people go faster than that and go flying off the tracks. Near the end of this stream, I might do a Gordon Knapford to Vickerstown speed run. Last time I played this on stream, I did do that run in 19 minutes, but I didn't stop at the Vickerstown station. So even though I did it in 19 minutes, it was a fail. Percy isn't going to stop now, is he? Because I was talking. Yeah, there you go. Objective failure. So, basically, Mimi, that's what happens when you fail. You've got to press replay scenario and do the whole thing again.
Percy's troublesome day.
That was my fault. I was going too quickly. And the only thing is you can't skip any of these scenes. So, unfortunately, you've got to watch Percy talking to some trucks all over again. But yeah, as I said, people have been trying to break a speed limit. So, we'll do that. We'll do that near the end of stream.
It's that green caterpillar with red stripes.
I want to do some of the stories.
Oh, please do be quiet.
Percy said sternly.
I don't have time for your tricks today. We'll show him some.
Can't you just
tricks.
back up? Well, no, I passed the objective marker. So I could back up if I just passed it a little bit. But because like my train and the load I was pulling had all completely passed it and I wasn't stopping, that's why it's failed me. Do all the trains have different stats? Kind of. You don't see the stats, but yes, they do. So it's like Gordon's top speed will be 100 and odd mile an hour. Thomas and Percy are never going to reach that speed, even downhill. Yes, in explore mode, there's presets that you can have each train pull, but there's a way that you can spawn loads of them in and then just keep deleting the trains, so you get like 20 loaded coaches. Gordon could pull that, but he's not going to pull it at full speed. He'll go probably max 30 or 40 mile an hour. Thomas or Percy would have no chance with that. Welcome in, Monarch. And the closer you stop to the marker, the more points you get in the top right of the screen. So we need to uncouple when it tells me to. There we go. And we need to reverse all the way down to basically the other end of the quarry. I am not 100% sure. Depends what you mean by mods, Vids. I have seen a mod that takes the face off the train, so it would just be black there or look like the actual train it's modelled of. I've seen those mods, but for things like, I don't know, a speed mod or something like that, I don't know. I haven't seen any. Welcome in, Ascores. How you doing today? Yep, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. Yes, it's Wonders of Sodor that was released a couple of weeks ago, actually. I'm going to fail again because I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. No, that's a fail. No, it's not. It's allowed me. It's allowed me to have that. Even though I completely missed the marker. Right, where are we going now? Back onto the other line. Yeah, as I said, I've seen some people like take the face off, but I don't think that there's entire reskins. Unfortunately, there probably will be in the future. Oh, there's Thomas the Tank mods for everything. And as cause you've had an easy day at work, that's always good to hear. An easy day at work is the best day at work. Okay, I'm not going to go too fast because we all know what happened last time. Welcome in, Sweat. How's the games? Yeah, it's going okay. I've had to replay this story though because I was talking and I forgot to stop. But you know, we won't talk about that, all right? We that didn't happen, okay? This is my first time playing this. Right, why are you not stopping? Why are your brakes locking up? Come on, stop. You're going 0 mile an hour. Stop. Thank you. Now go to the station. Okay. So I had to stop there because the line switches. Right. Okay. That's why it failed me. Hey Z, how are you doing today?
On, faster, faster.
Oh, shut up, trucks.
No, no, stop pushing.
Oh, I can't stop. I'm hitting my brakes. You can see in the bottom right, I'm hitting the brakes. I'm not slowing down. The trucks are pushing me. This is going to be a disaster. This is going to be a disaster waiting to happen. I'm yards from the objective as well. That didn't look very safe, that bridge, but whatever. I need to warn people. Whistle, warn people. I mean, there's nobody about, but warn people. There's a runaway train coming down the hill. Yeah, I'm hitting the brakes, by the way, and it's not stopping. If anything, Percy's speeding up. slowing now. Hi, Valkyrie. How are you doing today? If I very quickly, by the way, go into the free cam, there's another one of those collectibles. I can't stop and show you it properly. I'm going down a hill. But you get the idea. The brakes aren't broken, it's the trucks pushing me. It's what they do. Those troublesome trucks. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Valkyrie. Okay, come on, brake. Brake. I know it says go, but still, slow down. You're at the bottom of the hill. Made it. Phew. I didn't crash. Right. There's lots of areas here where lines join together, so you want to take this a bit easier. Because you don't want to go flying. We're near the station anyway, so... And there's Thomas waiting for us. Let's see if we can get a whistle. Can we get a whistle from Thomas? Yay! We got a whistle from Thomas.
Phew, that was close,
said Percy.
Now that's enough from you trucks. I've had enough trouble today.
Spoil sport.
Okay, do we uncouple or... No? Okay, it's telling us to go. Then let's go to Hackenbeck. Which is a station not too far away. Again, it's yards, not miles, so I don't want to go too fast, because otherwise I'll go flying. But yeah, if you've just joined or not long since joined the stream, the aim of this is to basically go through some of the classic stories of Thomas the Tank Engine as part of the Thomas Wonders of Sodor game. It does have an explore mode which we'll be dipping in and out of. We'll be doing the speed challenge, which the game's community has kind of created as well. We'll do that at the end of stream. It's not like a mode as such in the game, you just need to set it up yourself, but it's what people are doing, and we'll give different things a go, bit of variety here and there, and just have a bit of fun. I'm unsure why I need to stop at stations when I've got trucks, but that's fine. literally could have just gone across, or maybe not, because there's buffers there, but I was going to say, I could have just gone across the other line and not stopped. I will say, some of the bridges in Sodor don't look safe. Then again, the whole island doesn't have a great safety record of trains derailing, going through buildings, crashing into buffers, flying over walls like you've seen earlier in the stream. So, you know, take what you want from that. The fastest speed run that I've seen is Knapford to Vickerstown, Gordon, 4 loaded coaches, 17 minutes. And I think that is the record. So, yeah. I think people have done it faster with just Gordon on its own, but I think people who are going for the record say you need to pull the express, so 4 coaches, and they need to be loaded with passengers. And I have seen people put loads of Gordons back to back, coupled together, and they have got to like nearly 200 mile an hour, but that's kind of cheating because you've got multiple engines and therefore more power, which isn't exactly fair. And I'm going to fail again because I am not watching what I'm doing. Oh, it's a go, so that's fine. Ignore everything I've just said. I can go straight through that station. But yeah, it's something that we will definitely try in this stream. You guys can't see the time because my graphics are covering it, I think. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, my logo's covering it. But that's okay. Because I can turn that off. We've got half a mile left to go before we get to the station. And then we might do one more story. When this one completes, we'll do one more story, and then we might go for our next attempt at the speed record. Maybe. I need to start slowing down because Elsbridge Station is literally there. Come on, Percy, slow down. Slow down quicker than that. Quicker than that. I don't want to do this whole thing again. Please slow down. Okay, it was just one of those goes instead of a stop and wait. I didn't need to slow down. I could have just gone straight through. I think we're taking these trucks all the way back to the sheds by the looks of things. Because we started at Elsbridge and we've just done a big loop. And yeah, Fids, you said earlier about do the trains have stats? As I said, they don't really have stats, but Percy's not really going faster than 35 unless he was going downhill. So yeah, it's all based on like... I mean, if he wasn't pulling trucks, then maybe he could go a little bit faster, but... Oh, this is a stop and wait. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. No, it changed. Once I got there, it changed. I should keep my eye on the markers. That stop and wait has now changed to a go. Hi, Ropeman. Thanks for the lurk. It's appreciated. You know, lurkers are always welcome. If you need to lurk, that's fine. For anybody wanting collectibles, there's one on that platform, but I've already collected it. Oh, I see where we're going. We're going to the harbour. Okay. There's actually two parts to the harbour. There's going this way via the sports field to get to the northern part, or you can spawn in the southern part at the station. And there's collectibles on both sides, and there's no way of crossing the water directly. You have to take a train either to the split in the line that we're about to see in a moment and then reverse all the way down the line, or just spawn at the sports field and drive forward, which makes a lot more sense because it's easier. Take it a little bit slower. It's single track. It's narrower track as well. I remember I was just playing around getting the collectibles and took Thomas on its own down this track and fell off, and I was only going about 30 mile an hour, so that's how narrow the tracks are in this area of the map. And it was about here where he fell off. Percy though, yeah, Percy can do it. So as I said, the track splits. So where that split was, going on the line on the other side of the water would take you to the southern part of the harbour and also where the station is. So if you didn't have a train, that's an incredibly long walk. There's no way across from one to the other at the end of the harbour. Which you would think that there would be, but there isn't. Anyway, let's slow right down. Slow down, Percy. You're going way too fast. Again, this is another little area where you can go flying off the tracks just because there's so many that link into each other. And with this side of the harbour, there's actually loads of collectibles here. But again, if you spawn at the harbour, you're spawning over that side of the water, the complete opposite area to where you need to be. So it's a bit awkward. Percy's gonna slide. But he made it.
Percy arrived at the harbour just in time. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him.
It's the
"Well
Fat
done,
Controller.
Percy. Right on time," he said. "I've heard you've had quite a difficult day today. But you got all your work done and once again proved what a really useful engine you are."
Oh, thank you, sir.
puffed Percy. "As a reward for all your hard work, I'm sending you to the works for a shiny new coat of green paint."
That's his reaction to getting a new coat of paint. Right then, Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks is the next scenario. Now, Gordon's quite quick, but I think that might be a longer story. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do the story. That's what we're going to do.
Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks. Maintenance is an important part of keeping a railway running safely.
Oh,
Tracks
hold
need
on.
to be fixed and points must be mended to
There we
ensure
go.
the safety of people and engines. Early one morning, Sir Topham Hatt arrived
No, I can't use the whistle there.
to make an important announcement. Some maintenance work is being done on a section of the main line between Marron and Kelsthorpe Road. So I've decided it will be safer for all of you if we close that part of the line until the work is complete.
But
This
that's
means
like
that
the
many
main
of you will
line.
have to do different jobs, so we can keep things running smoothly. But I'm sure you will all manage. Thomas and Emily, please look after the passengers and make sure they can still reach their destinations without confusion or delay.
Yes, sir.
replied the engines. Percy, I need you to run Thomas's branch line,
Yes, sir.
he replied. Then Sir Topham Hatt turned to Gordon. And I have an important job for you too, Gordon, he said. The workmen need some supplies delivered to the work site. So whilst the other engines are busy, I will need you to deliver them. But, sir, what about the express?
You can't run the express. The line's shut.
Unfortunately, we've had to cancel all express trains whilst the work is being carried out. We can't have high-speed trains passing through an area that's being repaired.
Exactly.
Just not safe.
Exactly.
Cancelled? But, sir, you can't cancel the express. It's the most important service on the island, and far more important than delivering some trucks.
Oh yeah, I can set any expression.
I know how much the express means to you, but it's far more important right now that we get the line repaired as soon as we can.
Is Gordon going to talk
And
again?
go back to pulling the express once the work has been completed. Oh,
Smog,
if I must.
sleeping,
With
shocked.
that, Sir Topham Hatt turned and headed off to attend to other things.
There we go.
What's Sir Topham Hatt thinking?
It's a cutscene, so it'll automatically change expressions, but you can overwrite it. When it cuts back to them, it'll go to whatever it should be.
Just trying to make sure that the railway keeps running smoothly and that all of the passengers can reach their destinations on time, said Emily. We all need to make the most of this time while repairs are being
Oh,
carried out.
there's a glitch,
And
guys.
besides, Sir
Some of the
Topham Hatt
speech
has given
is
you an
appearing
important job.
outside of the
But
bubble.
what an important engine like you would appreciate that.
Goods trains are just not suitable for a grand engine like me, Gordon went on. It wouldn't be dignified. That's enough, Gordon, said his fireman. Come on now. The workmen are expecting these trucks to be delivered, and we don't want to delay things any further. Oh, all right. The sooner we get this job over with, the sooner I can be back pulling the express.
Well, I mean, you won't if the line's not fixed. So, get it fixed. What are we doing? That. All right, let's go. Go to Knapford Yard entry. Hey? Knapford Yard? Where's that? Am I missing something here? Oh, it's a siding. Right, okay. I thought it was an area that I've not seen before. Oh, that tender was wobbling even at 37 mile an hour. That's not good. I nearly crashed into whatever that was on the bridge. There we go. Well, yeah, exactly, and I'm going way too fast. But yeah, exactly, Fids. If it's a new game and there isn't problems, is it even a new game? I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen any massive glitches. I am not concentrating at all here. That was only a stop and go, that's fine. But yeah, I haven't seen any massive glitches with this. Just that little bit where text wasn't in the speech bubble and trains going flying off the rails. But that's funny, them going flying off the rails. So I think that should just stay in because, you know, if people want to make those crash pictures in photo mode, that's how they can do it. Don't remove it. Please don't remove it. So this is Knapford Station, and this is where we will be taking Gordon from when we do the speed run. And I'm going to fail already because that is a stop and wait. Made it. I'm not going to fail. Couple to formation. Okay, we've got to go back. Even though engines like Gordon shouldn't be reversing really quickly. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, we're going to have to get these trucks as well, aren't we? I think. I don't know. Slowly into the trucks.
Gordon was still sulking when he arrived at the yard. The trucks eyed him with interest.
Even though they are very slowly moving backwards into a rock.
Doing in our yard, they shrieked. We want a proper engine like Henry or Edward.
Well, firstly, trucks, you can't have Henry or Edward because they're not in the game. For some weird reason.
We'll give him nonsense.
They chuckled to each other. But Gordon didn't hear them.
Right, where are we going? 2 miles Over there. Okay. Let's go. Via the Crosby through track. Alright. Not too fast coming out of the sidings. Seems fine. We can take the speed up a little bit. But again, the lines are joining together, so take it easy. Now gun it. Absolutely gun it. And below us is the northern part of the harbour, and then the south part of the harbour. So yeah, there is a bridge between the two, but the bridge is so high up and you can't actually get to it that you have to go all the way around on the tracks, which just makes it awkward. There's no footbridge, basically. Which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't see anything now. So that's always nice to know. Because normally when you... Oh, they're wobbling. Normally when you come out of a tunnel, it likes to switch lines, like, immediately. But it hasn't done it this time. It's kept us in the middle, which isn't too bad. But these trucks are wobbling. I'm going to start slowing, even though it's half a mile away, just because of the speed I'm going at. And don't get me wrong, Gordon could probably take this a lot faster, but the yellow marker is saying 800 yards, so I think we should just slow down. We are approaching a station anyway, so while we're approaching, I will say this: if any of you watching are part of the Spot 'em Gang server, there is a shout out going on, so make sure you post in the thread to get the credit. If of course you haven't already done so. And if you're not part of the Spot 'em server, the link has just been posted in the chat if you want to click through and join it. Right. Oh, you've stopped short. There we go. Go via Wellsworth through track. Okay. Oh, so these aren't actual stops. We could just go straight through. Oh, I've got to pick my speed back up again now. So that area that we've just passed, that is where another collectible is. And if you are watching this stream on YouTube, there's collectibles guides posted. So if you need help finding where all of them are, they're all there. All 80 of them. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, so we are about a mile out from our objective. When that hits about 800 yards, that's when I'm going to start slowing. It's about now. Because going 55 miles per hour into a station is never a good thing. Even if it is a through track. In story mode, may I add, if this was explore mode and I was doing the speed record, I wouldn't be slowing for this. But I don't want to restart, so we'll take it easy. We'll take it a bit easier. Okay, that's a go. But the point is a couple of 100 yards away, so again, we'll take it easy. It's a go, not a stop. But I want to hit the marker. There we go.
Soon Gordon reached the bottom of the hill. As he started to climb, he noticed the train felt heavier and realized the trucks had started their tricks.
No.
Hold back,
Oh,
they cried.
the trucks have put the brakes on. Aaron 2035 JP, hello, welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. We're just playing some of the stories of Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. Right now we are trying to take Gordon up a hill. Yes, it will. I've got all of the collectible guides on my channel. The books one will be on there. I know where they all are. I just need to run off the video and publish it. But for anybody who's watching this stream through YouTube and you've gone into the live section after it was published, it's already on the channel.
Gordon struggled on and finally managed to reach the top of the hill. On, faster, faster, cried the trucks, and they surged forward, pushing Gordon down the hill.
Oh. Gordon speed challenge incoming.
Please stop, cried Gordon in alarm.
Stop the train before you crash. Okay, just hold the brakes. That's the best thing to do here. Hold the brakes. I can't change like the reverser. I've just got to try and slow down as best as I can. But yeah, Aaron, there is a lot of shorts in this game on the YouTube channel, and then we'll be doing lives going through the stories, and there's the collectible guides as well. So there's plenty of content. There we go, we've slowed right down now. Now it says stop the train, so do I actually have to stop? There we go.
Well done, driver. You stopped the trucks.
Now do we carry on?
I'll have no more trouble from you trucks, said Gordon firmly. We have got these goods to deliver.
You always have to spoil the fun.
And now it's a simple stop at location, so when we cross the bridge, we are pretty much there. And you know what, Aaron, I'm exactly the same. The stories in Wonders of Sodor, I remember from my childhood, so I'm basically reliving it in video game form. As we pull into the station, to deliver all of these goods. And yeah, it is nostalgic, and we do love nostalgia on this YouTube channel as well. There's plenty of other videos that cover some older titles, some are fan favourites, some are a little bit obscure. Yeah, I did those stories in the last stream, Thomas and Gordon and Thomas Goes Fishing. In this episode, we've done Percy's Troublesome Day. We're going to do this Gordon episode, and there was one other as well that we did. I want to say it was another Thomas story. Thomas and Bertie, there you go. How could I forget that one? Another absolute classic.
Gordon soon arrived at the worksite, and the workmen were pleased to see him. Thank you for bringing these supplies, Gordon, said a workman. Now we...
I didn't skip that. It did it itself. Right. So it's not showing another story to play, so we're going to return to the main menu. It did give me a load checkpoint as well, but you know, I don't remember seeing that on the other stories, but whatever, it is what it is. I think the stories sort of like lead one after another, don't they? And then when you kind of finish a chapter, you go back to the main menu and go where you want to go next. So we can go Knapford and do the James story, but James is DLC, so we might save that until one of the last streams. And then we've got Tidmouth Sheds. We've got Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks. Didn't we just do that one? Yeah, we've just done that one. But it says we've not done it. But did it fail us? Anyway, I'll need to take a look at that myself. Yeah, I know we can do shunting challenges. Again, I might save that for like the last few streams. And to answer your question, as I say, the books guide will be out later on. Like I say, I know where they all are. I just need to put the thing together and then upload it. Right. What was we doing? Yes, Knapford, Explore. We're going to do the speed challenge. Z, are we doing another City Skyline stream soon? I don't know. It might be one that I come back to at a much later date. So Sundays I do like key mailer games and playtests. On Monday evenings I'm going to be doing this for the foreseeable future, and then obviously Wednesdays I've got the Euro Night stuff. Maybe after we're done with this, maybe we go back to City Skylines, maybe we play something else, but it is something that I do want to return to at some point. Anyway, Knapford is the place to be right now, because we are going to spawn in Gordon and 4 express loaded coaches. Are these the loaded ones? There was a raid. Welcome in, raiders, and welcome in, Coffee Lover. I appreciate the raid. We're not quite done, but we are nearing the end of this stream. We're going to take Gordon, though, on a bit of a speed run from Knapford all the way to Vickerstown, which is all the way on this side of the map. Vickerstown platform 2, I believe, is where you need to go to. He's not going to stop. What I need to do is take off the graphics. Where are them? I've taken them off screen so you guys can see the time. When that hits 12:03, I am going to get going. So let's do that. We've got 5 seconds, so we'll hit that and we will start moving. So when that hits 12:20, that would be the record. It takes 17 minutes. We're going to try and break the record. As I say, welcome in, Coffee Lover. I appreciate the raid. You caught me as I was setting up a little bit of a speed challenge. We've got Gordon here. We've got 4 loaded express carriages. We've got a camera that's being weird. Get us onto that side. Thank you very much. There we go. And the aim of this is simple. Get to Vickerstown platform 2 as quickly as we can. If we derail, it's a fail. We did this at the end of the last Thomas stream, and we got from Knapford to Vickerstown in just over 19 minutes, but we failed to stop. So it was still a fail, but I still took the time as a target. A minute gone and we've just left the harbour area, so that's okay. We can be quicker. Yes, we have got loaded. We do have 4 carriages, so that's good. That is what the settings are supposed to be for the speed challenge. Yes, as I said, people have done it with several Gordons back to back. Gives you more power, therefore gives you more speed. It's a bit of a cheat though. People have done it with less carriages, but 4 is basically the middle ground, because Gordon can pull anywhere from 3 to 6 in terms of the preset loadouts. So we're going with 4 because that's what people are doing. And yet, Z, with City Skylines, you've got to have a block where you've got a station. Otherwise, you can't actually connect to anything. And you've got to have good enough connections to actually unlock a station in the first place if you don't have any stations already. It's a building game. It's a building game. But yes, I do need to release that save as well to the guys from Spotham, because that was effectively Spotham City that I was building, and people can build it out how they want to, if they want to, that is. Okay, I need to keep an eye on these stations, because once we get to Croven's Gate, that's where the issues will arise. That's Crosby. But yeah, when we get to Croven's Gate, not only does the track go down to single track, it narrows. Well, I say single track. I think it goes down to 2, but it does narrow. It might go to single track. It's been a while since I've drove the express through it. But I do know if you're going over about 30 mile an hour, at that point, the tender behind Gordon, so this thing with the number 4 on it, will wobble quite a bit, and it can derail Gordon. So that's the biggest sticking point. As I said, we are on a speed challenge, so I want to try and get close to my record of 19 minutes, and I actually want it to be a success by stopping. But I also don't want to derail. And I need to keep an eye on the stations as well, so I got to be careful. I do know as well, last time I attempted this, I had to keep looking at the map just to think where the stations were and which one we were at. But when you go into the map, there's no acceleration and there's no brake either, so you'll just like naturally slow down, and that's what cost me. And I did hit the brakes far too early at Croven's Gate. So not doing that will help us. But I may go into the map every so often. As we approach another station, which is... Let me just come off the Marin. Cool. Let's hit the acceleration again. I want to say the next one is Kronk. Yes, because that's the suspension bridge. So Kronk is next, and then it's Kelsthorpe Road, and then it's Croven's Gate, I think. unfortunately, it doesn't tell you what station you're passing. It would do if I set waypoints to every station, but then it would make me stop. And I don't want to do that, because this is a speed challenge. As we approach yet another station, I'm very quickly going to go into map view. And that's Kildane. So which one's next? Is the next one Kelsthorpe Road and then Crovan's Gate? Okay. So it's after Kelsthorpe Road. Obviously, the more times I do this, the better I am going to know where the stations are. So we've got 8.5 minutes to get to Vicarstown. And it's still about 9 miles off. As the express comes flying through. Hey Aluna, how you doing? Thanks for the emotes. We're currently doing a bit of a speed challenge, taking Gordon from Knapford all the way to Vicarstown. And we've got to get there before 12:20. Well, that would be the record. I think. It might have already been beaten. I don't know. Last time I checked, the record was about 17 minutes. And look, if I get close to that, I'm happy. As we approach another station, that is not a station. Don't think that's Kelsthorpe Road. I don't know. I may have messed this up. Where am I looking? No, we're coming into Kelsthorpe Road now. That's fine. We can fly through this station. It shouldn't be an issue. Yep, that's Kelsthorpe Road done. Right. Now the difficult part. We're going over 100 mile an hour, but we do need to start slowing at some point because Crovan's Gate can be a nightmare. There is a bridge and then there's another bridge. And just before bridge number 1 is when I want to start slowing. So I'm going to come off when it hits that go. Like now, I'm just going to come off. I don't need to put any more speed into this. I'm going to hit the brakes. I'm going to hold the brakes. This is the difficult bit. This is where you can go flying off track. '60's alright. 60 mile an hour is okay-ish. Where's that other bridge? I'm miles off it. It's up there. Let's get some more speed back up again. It's straight after this second bridge where things can go wrong. I'm probably going too fast, but I'm okay with that. I can slow it down. I'm going to slow it down right now. Because the station is yards away, I believe.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Right, slow it right down here because this is the bit where it's going to be awkward. Please don't fall off. Odds on us falling off, guys. None. Let's get through Croven's Gate. That is where you can fall. We didn't fall. We have got 4 minutes to go 4 miles. Can we do it? Let me know in the chat if you think I can do it. The thing is, we've got to build that speed back up again now, which isn't ideal. And we might not break the record. We might not come close to the record, but like I say, last time we did this, it was 19 minutes, but a failure because we didn't stop. If I get 19 minutes again, but actually stop, then that's more successful. And remember, that would be 12:20 in the top left of your screen. We're probably not going to make it for 12:20. If we make it for 12:22, then that's the 19 minutes because we started at 12:03. But we'll see. We'll see. We have 2 minutes to go 3 miles. As we are on the approach to Henry's Tunnel. Henry, an engine who isn't in the game, but if you remember in the Thomas the Tank series, he got a bit upset when it rained and stayed in the tunnel and got bricked up. His tunnel you're about to see. He isn't there though, and I always think that it should be an Easter egg. If he's not in the game and you can't play as him, have him be bricked up in that tunnel. And then if you release him as DLC and the player buys the DLC, he's no longer bricked up. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you think in the chat. As we are seconds away from that record. As we come through the tunnel now. The end is in sight. But we've got like 35 seconds to get there to break the record, or at least come close to it. We're probably not going to do that. We're still a mile off. So we're not going to break the record, I don't think. But is it going to be a successful run or a failure? That's what we need to see. So I am going to start slamming on the brakes after this next go because we're a mile away and we're going pretty quickly. Now I'm not going to make that in 5 seconds. It's not going to happen. But remember, 12:03 is when we started. So let's hit the brakes now. Let's hit the brakes now. Come on. I probably need to hit the brakes a lot earlier because Gordon ain't stopping. This may be a fail, guys. This may be another fail. I need to hit the brakes so much earlier than I think. Either way, I'm taking the time as 17:45. I just didn't stop. So it's still a fail. It's not the record, because the record would have been if I stopped. But I've done it once. I just need to stop. I need to remember, pretty much as soon as you get out of Henry's Tunnel, start slowing down. I do have to try it again, but it's an end of stream bit of fun, because that's where I'm going to leave it. We've got plenty more stories to do. We've got, well, shunting can wait, but we've got plenty more stories to do. I need to check if that's a Percy story or a James story. If it's a James story, it has to wait till the end. We've got Emily and the Express that we can do. We did do that Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks. It's saying that we've not done it, but we did do it. So I'll need to have a look at that. And then branching out, that's a diesel one. And then that's another James one. So yeah, I'm going to be back with more stories the next time we do this. And then, yeah, we're going to try and go for that speed record again as well at some point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up everything I've just dropped off my desk. I am going to have a look, see who's online. Is there anybody that I could raid to? Or should we raid a random? What do you think, guys? Who's online? All right, I don't really see anybody on. Yeah, KB's on, but I always raid KB. So, should I raid a random or should we just go to KB? Hi, Bunny. You've joined just as I'm about to raid out. But it's all good. It's all good. You know what? I'm gonna go to KB. What was that, Bunny? You want me to open a ticket after I come off stream? All right, no worries. I will do that. All right, I'm going to raid to KB, and I will see you guys. When will I see you guys? If you're on Twitch, I will see you on Wednesday. If you're watching on YouTube, it will be a couple of weeks because I'm not around between the 12th and the 19th. So it'll be a couple of weeks. But yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, I'll see you guys Wednesday. All right. Enjoy KB's stream. I'll see you next time.